What's up, everybody? David here with another session of Daveford FC, and this is going to be session number 17. We are in full swing for the 2018-2019 Skybet 1 League. Now, we've actually been off to a pretty good start, guys. All of the the cup tournaments are in full swing. We've been pretty successful so far. We're supposed to be battling relegation, but that's not going to happen. I've just spent way too much money. I've basically blown the entire almost $2 million transfer, and spent our maximum we can spend just about at $60,000+ a week. So we're still $30,000 under the maximum, but our club just isn't financially stable to go to that next level. Which a lot of stuff has happened since our last game. Our last game was the game versus Cambridge University. That was the Johnstone Second-Round South tournament, and we had a good 3-1 victory versus Cambridge. They gave us a hard time last year in Skybet 2. And it was good to get a good victory versus Cambridge University and to send them back home packing. So that was a good thing. A lot of stuff has happened since this last session, guys. I've had a couple job interviews. Gillingham was one of the job offers that I've had. Of course, I turned that down. We had a fourth round game versus Chelsea. We had to go to Stamford Bridge to play on October 31st. We lost that game. It was away. I mean, it was a tough environment at Stamford. We lost 0-1. But hey, guys, this is against a $3.5 million a week team. With our $60,000 a week payroll, we hung in there with the big dogs. I mean, we really did. 0-1 loss. I'm very happy about that. Next, we found out who we were going to play in the first round of the FA Cup, and we had to play Wycombe Wanderers. Not a problem at all. We handled them pretty easily. I don't want to say too easily, but we did have a home victory on November 10th. I'm sorry, and we won 2-1. So that was a good win. So we're continuing on in the FA Cup. Second round of the FA Cup, we really got a lucky draw, guys. We got Basingstoke Town. They are a Vanarama national team. So we are going to be playing them today, which is game time of December 8th. And I'm really looking forward to that game. It is going to be away at Basingstoke, but hey, I welcome a Vanarama national team any day. I expect to blow these guys. I expect to blow the doors off of their stadium. Now, for this Basingstoke game, we are getting a chunk of change. We are getting 110 grand in television money for that match today. That is ridiculous. I mean, that's just I'm ecstatic over that. Now, last month we also, after the victory versus Cambridge, we had to find out who we were going to play in the next round, which is the quarterfinal of the Johnstone Paint Trophy, and we are in the Southern Division, and we had to play Plymouth Argyle, and we had to go away, and we had a victory 1-2. It was a nice win for us, and that takes us now to the semifinal, which is really nice. Now, in that semifinal game, we are going to play at home in our new stadium that we have now, our new almost 7,100 seat stadium. We moved in at the end of October, went off without a hitch. First game, we sold 7,020 seats out of 7,058. I mean, it was great. And we're playing Coventry City. So Coventry City is going to be a pretty tough opponent for us. They're in our division. Now, after having such a great run in the FA Cup, the Capital One Cup, I mean, hell, we made it to the fourth round in the Capital One Cup until Chelsea knocked us out. Johnstone Paint Trophy, which we're really concentrating on this year, we're going to try to win that. I've just had a slew of injuries since the last time you saw me with the Cambridge game. Courtney Cameron, he was out for 6 to 8 days. Our premier striker that we had purchased over $1 million, 1.3 to be exact, He was out for 4 to 5 weeks with a damaged kneecap, so he missed quite a few games. Our other striker that we had purchased, Sylvan Ebanks Blake, he was also out for 4 to 5 weeks with a back strain. Now, this is his second back strain. Remember, in preseason, he got hurt with the same back strain and was out for 4 to 5 weeks. He came back, he got back into match shape fitness, his conditioning was great. I had him on 21s for a couple weeks, and then he plays 2 games for us, does pretty decent, and now he's out again for another 4 to 5 weeks with a back strain. Really sucks, unfortunate, but that's just how football goes. Callum Driver, our utility guy in the back line, he can play left or center. He's out. He was out for 2 to 3 weeks. My other striker that I had, Dale Southwell got hurt. He was out for 4 to 5 weeks. So that put us back to Matty, our other striker, Matty Jones, one striker. I play a 4-4-2. So I had to make adjustments. We went from a 4-4-2 to a 4-4-1-1. Really successful with it. So I think we're going to carry less strikers, and I really believe that we're going to do a 4-4-1-1. It's been really successful, and we've basically taken John Arango and moved him from a roaming playmaker position to a more center forward, like sort of like a Enganche, and he is just he's raking in the goals now. He had 1 or 2 goals, but in the last month he's had, I think, 6 or 7 goals. I mean, he's just on fire with Matty Jones up there. So we got a striker from Barnsley, Danny Mullen. We just got him for a month, no problem. Come to find out, he had played already in the FA tournaments with Barnsley. So that made him ineligible, and that was the only reason why I pulled him onto the team, was to play in the tournaments. And unfortunately, I couldn't play him, but he sat on the bench for a month, and after I pulled him in, he got hurt for 5 weeks. So that's the 3rd striker now, 4th striker that we've got hurt on the bench. I mean, it was just a sea of red on the lineup card. It was just ridiculous. So we had Danny Mullen, and he didn't play 1 single minute for us, and he sat on the bench the entire time hurt. I mean, just crazy. Lee Angle, he was out for 4 to 5 weeks. He comes back, 2nd game out, bam, damaged heel. He's out for another 10 to 12 days. He's still injured. Unfortunate. November's gone, and John Arango, remember I was saying he was hot, especially towards the end of November. So he won Player of the Month. So he had an 8.63 rating, 3 appearances and 4 goals. He had a great month of November. And I reached 200 games as head coach since we've started this save. So December brought in our 200th game. And we've had 3 promotions in this 200 games. I'm super happy about how everything has gone. So let's take a look at the table, shall we? We left off here with Cambridge. We had our 3-1 victory. We had another home game, October 13th against Gillingham, 1-0 victory. Oldham on October 20th, 3-1 victory. Then we went to Portsmouth. Old Pompeii. We were at home, and we lost 1-2. Next, we went to Shrewsbury, October 27th, away, and tied 2-2. Then we had our crushing 0-1 defeat. Hey guys, it's Chelsea. $3.5 million a week payroll, and we competed with that. I mean, they have 1 player sitting on their bench making more than every one of my players combined, and we hung in there. Next, we held our head high. We had a pretty bad 3-game stint there, but we came back home to the new stadium, our inaugural game, Port Vale. We shut their asses out, 3-0. It was a good thing. A couple days later, we had Wycombe at home, first round of the FA Cup, beat them 2-1. Then we were away at Plymouth on November 13th, beat them 2-1. in the South quarterfinal game. Plymouth, we had them see there's that glitch again. We had Plymouth again. We went away again to them and lost 2-3. Then we were back home at the new dungeon on November 24th with a good 3-1 victory. Walsall, this was a barn burner. Holy cow! We were down 4-1, and we came back in the second half and scored 3 goals and tied the game. That was a great game. I mean, Walsall, they shouldn't have scored that many goals in the first place, but yeah, it was good to see that tie. We definitely earned that tie, and that was December 1st. And now we're here. We are December 8th, 2018. We are going to get that $110,000 for playing a Vanarama team, Basingstoke. So how are we looking on the table, guys? December 8th, we are down to 3rd place. We're still possibly going to get promoted. I mean, we are in the tournament. The promotion for, the tournament for the final promotion spot. But Plymouth is ahead of us. They pulled ahead of us with their home victory against us. They're sitting on 36 points. And look at Bradford City, guys. They're on 19 games played and 14 wins, 19 goal differential and 44 points. So you can see our league position. We've been bouncing around from like 8th all the way up to like 2nd place. And we just keep bouncing up and down. The good thing is, we're staying at the top. We're being consistent. We're supposed to fight against relegation this year, but I knew that wasn't going to happen because I told you guys I was going to spend big, and I did. I brought in the players. Unfortunately, the last month or so, we've really had a bad time with injuries. But for the most part, guys, it's looking good. We're in our new stadium. We're generating twice the revenue we were generating at the old stadium. And we're actually starting to pull out of our deficit that we had. And, especially with all this tournament money starting to come in, and as we progress in the later rounds of these tournaments, hopefully that'll bring in a lot more revenue for the team. So I'm happy with the way things are going, guys. I truly am. So let's go ahead and get this Basingstoke game played, and let's take a look at the lineup, shall we? All right, guys. So a little correction for Basingstoke. Now, Basingstoke I thought was a Vanarama national team. I was totally incorrect on that. They were just relegated last season from Vanarama South. So they've had a couple bad years. They're actually in the Southern Premier League, which is Tier 7. That is literally 4 leagues lower than where we're at, so which is a good thing. I'm playing our best lineup that we could possibly play with our injuries, and I'm not going to take it light on them. We have 4 days until our semi-final game with Coventry, and Coventry is going to be a much difficult game for us, but our guys are totally match fit. Our conditioning is great. We've got great fitness coaches, so there's no reason why we can't run this lineup 2 times in 4 days. So we're going to run Charlie Horton in the box, no brainer. The back line looks the same. Connor Randall on the right, he's on loan from Liverpool. We've got Tom Lockyer in the middle, Tom Gardner in the middle, double Toms, and then we got Ben and Williams on the left. In the middle, we've got Mark Duffy on the right, Agogo in the middle, Byron Lawrence in the middle, and both of those guys are now going to be playing ball-winning midfielder roles to tighten up that gap between the defensive line and the midfield. So, which is really helping us out. Our goals against us have really gone down, and I'm happy with the way this formation is going so far. We're going to have Ben Pringle on the left-hand side. You can see John Arango now is in a enganche role, and he's basically linking the midfield and also the striker, which is Lee Angle. He's back. He's not perfectly back to match shape, but that's okay. In a couple days he'll be back, and hopefully he just won't get hurt anymore. Now, on the bench we've got Fraser Franks, Archie Edwards as our backup defenders. Paul Close, he's a great midfielder. I hate to have him on the bench, but he is our backup midfielder. Kenny McDonald, also a backup defender. Abdullah Belbaghi, he is a backup winger along with Courtney Cameron. And then we have Sylvan Ebanks Blake as our backup striker. Matty Taylor also sitting this one out. He's been run ragged the last month and a half. And then, as you can see, we have 2 injuries, Liam Hegarty and Dale Southwell. So let's go ahead and get this party started. So Basingstoke is our host today. Their stadium is not quite full as like the Dungeon would be, but both of the teams have taken the pitch. They've warmed up. It is a very gloomy, horrible day here. Cold rain coming down on the players. Looks like Basingstoke is going to start with the ball first. And the pundits have predicted Daveford FC to be a heavy winner today. And the game gets underway. Edwards back to Hall, to Pollock. Nice steal by Daveford FC, and Gardner is fouled. Daveford FC with a nice... oh! Did you see that bicycle kick by Angle? Oh my God! Guys! $1.2 million. That's worth every bicycle kick. Wow. That is Angle's like 10th goal of the year. Daveford FC is up 0-1. Wow, did you see that bicycle kick? Oh my God, that was awesome. That's the first one I've ever seen anybody on my team do, on any of my teams playing Football Manager. That's awesome. So Daveford FC has a key play thrown by Williams to Angle. Angle's juking it in to Pringle, to Williams. Randall right into Chambers' hands. Nice defense for Basingstoke. Basingstoke kicks it out to the midfield, and nice wide open play for Edwards. Can he capitalize? No, he can't. Nice block by Horton. Corner for Basingstoke by Hanbury. Kicking it into the box. Header right back to Hanbury as he kicks it back in, and stout defense by Daveford FC. 20 minutes in, and Daveford FC with 62% possession, definitely dominating the possession battle. Key play for Daveford FC as Randall gets it over to Duffy. Duffy works it into the box, and Basingstoke has the turnover. Turns it back over to Daveford FC, and Lawrence tries to push it into Arango. Ooh, hard foul by Watkins on Arango. No foul. Agogo has the ball. Duffy going to kick it out to kick it into the box. Chambers gets a nice stop there, and he's going to kick it back out to the midfield. And hopefully Daveford FC, as they do, they come up with the ball. Good defense, Daveford FC. Nice hustle. Duffy's going to work it up the right-hand side into the box, and Angle gets his 2nd goal of the day and his 14th of the year. That puts Daveford FC up 0-2 at the 32-minute mark. Daveford FC just dominating possession, guys. They were at 65%. Poor Basingstoke. They're just not used to seeing this type of quality. It's like my team playing Chelsea, but actually I did better against Chelsea than they're doing against us. So Arango to Agogo in the middle. Angle again. Let's see if Angle can get a shot in. And he shoots it, and Chambers with a nice block. The rain is coming down heavily, guys. It's like getting hit by elephant tears. 46 minutes, we are at the half. And Basingstoke needs to come up with a miracle because Daveford FC has a 2-0 lead. No changes by either team. We start the second half, and Daveford FC starts the half with the ball. Tom Gardner, hey, there he is, guys. Yellow card. Our yellow card magnet. Nice to see. Nice to see you, Tom Gardner, get another yellow card. You got to play these guys like you're playing Sky Bet 1 teams. 51 minutes gone by in the game. Daveford FC key play. Williams gets it to Pringle on the left-hand flank. Gets it back to Williams and to Lawrence. Over to Pringle. Nice ball movement by Daveford FC. Lawrence has the ball in the middle. Rain coming down. The players are just sloshing around out there. Beautiful field, though. Basingstoke's field is in great condition. Angle back to Agogo. Over to the left-hand flank, Daveford FC moving the ball around. Nice shot by Agogo, and it is off the goalie for a corner kick for Duffy. Duffy gets it in, and it's about 10 rows back into the stands. Another Pringle corner kick. Daveford FC recovers the ball. Angle gets it back out to the middle. Pringle going to get it into the box. Header by Duffy. Scores! Mark Duffy with his 1st goal of the year. Nice to see Duffy getting involved. Guys, 0-3, Daveford FC with a dominating display of talent versus the Tier 7 team. Looks like Daveford FC is going to make a couple changes. Key play for Basingstoke, very nice. Turn over to Daveford FC. And it looks like the crowd is starting to file out, guys. They are not happy with Basingstoke's performance. Basingstoke trying to move the ball around. Can they at least get one score in on Horton? Horton's got a great game. Into the box, and there it is. Ochi, Dwayne Ofori Akiompong scores. Gets it past Horton. You let one go. There goes your goalie bonus, bud. Key play for Daveford FC. Williams going to flank it in. Nice header off of one of the Basingstoke defenders. William gets it back into Agogo. Agogo into Arango. Ooh, wide open Duffy. Duffy shoots, and a deflection right of the net. Nice defense. 74-minute mark, key play for Daveford FC. Duffy, lobs it into the box and kicks it over to Pringle. Pringle shoots. Wow, no competition. The goalie didn't even have a chance. Ben Pringle, his 7th goal of the year. That puts Daveford FC up to a dominating 1-4 lead with about 12 minutes to go. Basingstoke, they just want this game over with. Hey, for a Tier 7 team, they've had a good run. They've made it to the 2nd round of the FA Cup. Hey, hats off to Basingstoke. They've earned every penny that they've made. But Daveford FC, definitely the better team today. Definitely the higher, definitely the highest quality players on the pitch today. So that's the end of full time, guys. Basingstoke 1, Daveford FC 4. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So the post-match analysis for the 2nd round of the FA Cup. We had a really nice game, guys. We only had 1 yellow card. Of course, it was Tom Gardner. He's got to be working on a 2nd suspension already. Player of the match was Mark Duffy. He had a 9.2 rating, 1 goal, 2 assists. Ben Pringle had a goal. Lee Angle had 2. Ben also had an assist. Now, as for shots on target, we had 13, 4 goals. It's a pretty good ratio, about 25%. We had a total of 13 fouls, just that 1 yellow card with Tom Gardner, and we had 65% of the possession. I mean, we just totally dominated it. Everybody else had great ratings. I mean, there wasn't one single person under 6, except for Fraser Frankson. He was substituted on late. Kenny McDonald, Paul Close. They just didn't have enough time to build it up over 7. Great game. Really happy with the result. That's just the luck of the draw. I mean, Basingstoke's 4 tiers under us, but that's just how the FA Cup is. I'm actually glad that we did get them as a draw. We sent them home. They didn't have very far to go, but we'll see who we get now for the 3rd round of the FA Cup. And we're just continuing to chug along, guys. We're just making more and more money. We just got another $45,000 for winning this game. Let's take a look at the lineup for our semi-final game against Coventry City in the John Stones Paint Trophy South Division. Alright, guys, so this is our semi-final for the John Stone Paint Trophy Southern Division. We are playing Coventry City. Coventry City is a very tough team. They are in our league, Skybet 1. They are sitting in 5th place, right behind us, and it's going to be a tough game. I'm really concentrating on winning this trophy this year. I really want to bring home this trophy until we, because this is our last chance, because we're probably going to get promoted this year. I'm hoping we do anyways. I'm banking on promotion. So we get promoted, we're not going to be eligible for the John Stone Paint Trophy anymore. I want to win this sucker at least one time, and I'm going to give everything I have to win this thing. One change in the lineup today, guys. We are going to be replacing our loan Connor Randall from Liverpool. We're going to be putting in Liam Haggerty. He's back. He's not quite in 100% match shape where I want him to be, but he does have a really good rating at over 7 in his last 5 games and a 7.36 overall, so he's definitely going to get the nod today. And we're going to have Horton in the box still. This is our original back line that we've been running all year. Haggerty was hurt, and that's why Connor was put in, but Haggerty's going to be on the right. Double Tom in the middle, Benham Williams on the left. The middle is not changing. Pringle on the left, Duffy on the right, Lawrence and Agogo in the middle as our ball-winning midfielders. And like I said, guys, they're having a real hard time scoring now. All teams are, actually, because I'm more of a defensive-minded team now, a lot of counters. So Arango, he's playing the enganche. He's attacking along with Angle, and it's just been a match made in heaven. As you can see, Arango's rating is 8.72, and Lee Angle, even being hurt and not even up to match match sharpness yet, he's at a 7.58. So we're in good shape. I really feel confident with getting a good result against Coventry today. So let's go ahead and hit the pitch. All right, guys, it is a beautiful evening here in London. Daveford FC's new home field is in pristine shape for this semi-final match versus Coventry City. Now the pundits, they think actually both teams are evenly matched, and they think it's going to be a draw. I don't think so. I think we've got the talent, and I think we have the quality to see out a good result on the pitch today. So Daveford FC is starting the first half with the ball, and the game gets underway. So Rango gets it back to Duffy. Everybody is moving forward. Duffy's working it down the line. Nice moves. Angle. Ooh, almost with a header over Lewis. Nice first 2 minutes for Daveford FC, for sure. Daveford FC has 60% of the possession. Key play for Coventry City as Finch gets it in. Wow, Watkins with a wide open shot, and Horton with a nice save. Throws it out to Haggerty, and Daveford FC pushes it up the field. About 20 minutes gone by in the game. Daveford FC dominating possession at 62%. Tom Lockyer, our other Tom magnet for yellow cards, he has picked up his every match yellow card, which is okay. I mean, your center defenders have to be pretty stout. So Lee Angle's offside. We're at 46 minutes, and it is a 0-0 tie at the half. Daveford FC 0, Coventry City 0. Coventry City starting the ball at the second half, and there are no changes by either team. A packed house here tonight, guys. We have a full sold-out crowd of about 7,100 people. Coventry City's getting the ball in. Nice defense by Tom Gardner, kicking it back out. Coventry City with the ball. Hard foul by John Arango. No foul, no card on the play. Key play for Daveford FC. Williams is pushing it up on the left. Gets it to Pringle, to Lawrence. Ooh, nice header over to Pringle. Pringle's going to get in, and he's fouled in the box. Looks like the referee is pointing to the spot. Juan Francisco Robledo with a yellow card, and Daveford FC needs to capitalize on this goal kick. Taking the goal kick is John Arango, the team star, and Lewis gets a piece of it, but Daveford FC is now up 1-0 in the semifinal of the Johnstone South Paint Trophy. 55 minutes gone by. A go-go with a yellow card. Lee Angle is offside. Looks like Daveford FC is not going to make any changes at all. Time is just flying by. About 7 minutes left in the game. Ben Pringle with a yellow card. That puts 3 cards on Daveford FC. 2 minutes of overtime has been added. And it looks like a key play for Daveford FC. Gardner gets it over to Williams. What are they going to do with it? It looks like they're playing keep away. A go-go. 30 seconds left in the game. Oh, nice hard challenge. Nice foul. Wow. Can Coventry City? Nope. They do not. They do not get the ball back. Yes, they do get the ball back. No, they don't. Lewis kicks it out to the middle field. Lockyer. Duffy. Looks like about 10 seconds left. The referee's looking at his watch. Oh, and a hard foul on Finch. And that's it. The referee blows the whistle. Daveford FC 1. Coventry City 0 in your Johnstone Paint Trophy South semifinal match. Here's the post-match analysis for the Johnstone Paint Trophy South semifinal match with Coventry City. There were 13 total fouls by Daveford FC on 3 yellow cards. Tom Lockyer, Abu Agogo, and Ben Pringle. Daveford FC had 6 shots on target for 1 goal and 60% possession. So that was nice to see that dominated. We had 1 goal by John Arango, 1 assist by Ben Pringle. Ben Pringle was also your player of the match. Good to see Ben Pringle doing really well. He is a $25,000 steal that we got from Wigan, or maybe it was $22,500. Anyway, hell of a steal. Great game by Daveford FC. We are going to the South final now, and we'll see who we get. What a couple great games, guys. Knocking out a Tier 7 team, Basingstoke, 4-1 in the FA Cup second round. We're moving on to the third. And it's nice to also see, taking out Coventry City, which is actually a really stiff competition in Skybet 1 with a 1-0 victory. Really nice to see that, guys. Another good thing as well is we've now found out who we are playing in the third round of the FA Cup, and we got an away draw versus Cardiff City, and Cardiff City is a Sky Bet Championship team, so it's not the worst draw we could have had. We could have actually had an EPL team, a Premier League team, but we did get to Cardiff City. Cardiff City is currently in about 20th-ish place, so I really feel our chances are pretty good on knocking out Cardiff City and advancing again to the fourth round. That would be really nice to be able to do 2 years in a row, especially as a Sky Bet 2 and a Sky Bet 1 team. So definitely it is looking good for us in the third round of the FA Cup. Next, for our South final for the Johnstone Paint Trophy, we drew Leyton Orient, and that is also yet another away game to start. But it is an aggregated series, and Leyton Orient is going to have to come back to the dungeon as well. So the first leg is going to be Wednesday, January 16th. It'll be at Leyton Orient. Good thing is Leyton Orient was really hot at the beginning of the season. They were at the top of the table pretty much the whole time. But as of late, the last 7-8 games, they've really slid down, and they're out of the actual playoff contention spots too. So I think they're in about 7th place, 8th place now. So I really feel our chances are going to be pretty good with Leyton Orient. Which if we beat Leyton Orient in this South final, then it should take us to Wembley Stadium. So we'll see how that goes. But it's definitely looking good for us with our last 2 picks that we just got. So last thing I want to show you is the finances. Remember where we left off towards the end of October? Our overall balance was about negative $605,000. Well, as you can see, guys, we moved into our new stadium at the end of October. We have literally doubled our revenue, from gate receipts and stuff. So, guys, we have literally made up about $350,000 plus dollars. Of course, that includes FA Cup money, FA Trophy money, Johnstone Paint Trophy money as well. So, hopefully, if we can put together a couple more wins and have some more, great turnouts by our fans, hopefully we can at least break even on our overall balance. I mean, we're not going to make profit on the year because of our youth facilities cost us $3 million this year. Our striker, he costs us 1.2 plus all the other players that we purchased, couple players that we purchased on transfer. I mean, as you can see, we're sitting at $11,000 transfer budget from 1.6 million originally. So, and I had to adjust the payroll budget. So we've got players out on loan till the end of the year. So it's looking good. It's looking a lot better. We were up to about the 68,000 a week. We're down to 64 now. We've got a little bit more breathing room. So hopefully, with the new stadium, like I said, hopefully the finances will kind of auto-correct themselves. And we're not going to, like I said, we are not going to make money this year. We're definitely going to have a losing season, but the new stadium is definitely going to kind of help us out on how much we're going to lose. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please feel free to comment down below. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel yet, what in the heck are you waiting for? Please thumbs up the videos, guys. And until next time, everybody, keep kicking your balls around, for Christ's sake.